Hi, I'm Seth. I'm one of the pastors from Hope Community Church, and I am here with Allie and Kristen and Anna. And we all, about a year ago, we all took part with a few other people in a spring break Minneapolis. And basically, we spent a full week over spring break, and we got to just see a lot of the different things that are happening around the Twin Cities area, especially Minneapolis. And it was a great week, and I've asked the three of you to join me, and we basically want to just give Hope people a better understanding of what we experienced that week. And so I just have a few questions for you guys. And what were some of the ministries and the things that we did? Because we did a lot of different things. There were
we did human trafficking, so that was breaking free. Yep, breaking free and source.
And learned like a lot of statistics and just kind of what's going on, like nationally and locally too.
And we did the working poor probably
with urban homeworks and did different like went to a lot of different shelters and working like with homeless, so like Fruit of the Vine, which would be more with working poor too.
Then we did a lot of homeless people group interactions, I guess, with St. Stephen's and the Marie Sandvik Center. We visited Youth Link, which was a teen place.
A lot of what I remember too is just interacting with the different like nonprofits or ministries that we went to. Like we spent a lot of time, I think, just talking with like the leaders or volunteers and like how they kind of do things and like what they're trying to do.
What one thing really kind of stands out to you?
I think there was a lot of dignity, I felt like, in the different places that we went to. Fruit of the Vine was one example where the people that were serving were also getting served too, and I think that was so unique. I remember at the end it was like, I don't know, I think you were announcing names and then announcing the name, the guy was like, oh, that's me, and it was him
Somebody
getting the food,
helping,
someone that was
yeah.
working, and it was just, there was just a lot of dignity, and not just at that place, but like, it was really cool being able to cross lines and like get food and then sit down with the people and eat with them, and there was a less of us and them, or it was.
What came to mind is just a specific conversation that Anna and I had with two men at one of the shelters. It was like what they were doing was really great, but it wasn't particularly the place. It was the conversation where we were just talking, asking them about their lives, and just talking about life. And they were two older men, probably right about my dad's age. And they were talking about their kids and kind of what happened, why they're out on the street or in the shelter, why they couldn't find a job, or if they could, why they wouldn't take one because of the differences that it made. And one of the guys was talking, and he actually worked for the same company that my dad did. And it was just kind of this like talking to them, and that was towards the end of the week after being confronted with all these different kinds of poverty, and not just physical, but like spiritual and relational poverty, and seeing that all of that is just the effect of sin in the world, and then how it's no respecter of persons, of class or of gender or race or anything. It's no respecter of persons. And so just realizing how all of us have been, impoverished, and how we're all in need is kind of, it just leveled the ground. And then that's kind of like, that's the basis where I work from, so it's less about, me helping other people, and more just we're all on the same ground.
I think like breaking free probably stood out to me the most, and like that day, because we heard a lot about sex trafficking like from the beginning of the week, and you just hear like all these facts, and like it's just really hard to fathom when it's like has been like no part of your reality, and like you don't see it, and you just don't really understand like how it's happening. And so at Breaking Free, like when we were talking to Terry, and she's just this like fireball of a woman, like just like knows what she's doing, like knows that she's like fighting for the right thing, and like is just like loving it, I was just like so attracted to that. But also like she I was just getting kind of like frustrated because I was like, what? Like, I just can't, like, I just couldn't really, like, believe it almost, or like grasp it. Like, it just seems so, I don't know, far away. And so I was like asking her, you know, like more questions, like how, like when is this happening, like who, like where, like how do you see it? And she was just like, okay, come on. And she like grabbed me and we like walked outside, and where like a lot of it is like happening, I guess. And she's like, now if you just like stand here, just like watch and like see, like a lot of cars will like slow down or look, or, and she's like, those are probably like John's like looking for women. And like I think like going out there and like just starting to like think about like what if that was my reality, you know, and like really started to like sink in a little bit more. I don't think it